of your reflection that long gone astray. But don't leave me standing here like an idiot in the rain. I always hold you dear. Only you can ease my pain, make my troubles disappear. Why don't we start again? Let's give it love, sweet little Tiffany. Come let me show you what we used to be. Let's give it love, sweet little Tiffany. Spread our love, it's only oxygen we breathe. I'm alone, I'm overthrown, and I've been betrayed altogether, tired and feathered, but I'm not afraid. Pretty please, I'm on my knees, I don't know what I've done. Didn't hurt you or desert you, wouldn't dare to run. But don't leave me standing here like an idiot in the rain. I'll always hold you dear. Only you can ease my pain, make my troubles disappear. Why don't we start again? Let's give it love, sweet little Tiffany. Come let me show you what we used to be. Let's give it love, sweet little Tiffany. With our love, it's only oxygen we breathe. One second chance would just be fair. We shouldn't ditch the things we can repair. Can repair. Tonight's the night to get it done. You see the fun has just begun. Just begun. Let's give it love. Let's give it love, sweet little Tiffany. Come let me show you what we used to be. Let's give it love, sweet little Tiffany. With our love, it's only oxygen we breathe. Let's give it love. Let's give it love. Let's give it love. With our love, it's only oxygen we breathe.
Hello, welcome, you pedal people. Universal already has released the UAFX Amp Pedals. I've already looked at the Dream, which is a super realistic recreation of the... There's very loud birds, but I have to have the door open because it's very hot. Whew. Fender 65 Deluxe Reverb. Moving on to a Tweed. Now, Tweed's different. The Deluxe Reverb, well, sounds very kind of scratchy when you crank it. The Tweed is blown up. It's woolly, it's thick, it's very beautiful and dynamic when not pushed, but when you push it, it blows up in your face. And these old amps, they do get dirty and wild, untamed. You do not want to push them with modern pickups. Trust me, what they have recreated is absolutely, I'm going to say, identical to the original thing. I've heard recordings and they're mind-blowing. But we're going to focus on the actual... It is a simulation. It is a modeler. But it kind of feels wrong to call it a modeler. Here it is. Where is it? Leslie hid it somewhere. I think it's in the guitar there. Can you see the settings? See? See, right there? It's right there. Leslie, I think the viewers would like to see the settings more clearly than that. Can you maybe get it out of the guitar? Thank you. That's better. There's the Woodrow. Well, it is simpler because the amp used to be simpler. It's a freaking Tweed, which means no vibrato channel, no tremolo, no built-in reverb. They have the room, which also means the alt, which the other one had in the middle, is gone. And we're going to forego the whole Bluetooth thing. There is a Bluetooth app with artist presets, your own presets, factory presets. You can turn on the 4-cable method, and you can change what these switches do, the foot switches, because it makes sense if this is your amp to never actually, what I just did, turn it off. Why would you turn it off if it's an amp? So you might as well use the foot switches for something else. Use the foot switches for something else. Use the foot switches for something else. All that is in the Dream video. Please watch that if you're interested in the Bluetooth functionality. Let's take a quick look in the back. Stereo in, stereo out. I think the room is simulated in stereo, but if you're feeding it stereo stuff from pedals, it will go out in stereo. There's a USB-C below for computer access. Pairing button is right there for the Bluetooth. That's it. There's no MIDI, no XLR or any of this. We're going to go into some of that later, but we already bitched about it in the Dream video, so we're going to reduce that here as well. Look at my bitching there. The Tweed had an instrument input and a mic input. And so you can dial in these two gains, let's call them, or input stages independently, as on the actual amp. There's my output. There's tone, because there's no bass and treble. The amp didn't have that. And there's the room, and the room really is the thing that is magical on this beast. And then there's a boost. So there's a stock boost, a kipper through kipper, and a upper through. This is the boost from a strangely picked, I don't know why, the preamp stage, I guess, of the Korg 3000 delay. And the Echoplex input, very, very standard boost, the EP booster. We love having that. Everyone does it. It's a very, very common boost. Exotic makes a great one. And then when you want that off, you turn that to the left, it's off, and here you boost to your heart's delight. But trust me, when you're boosting this thing gets angry. Then there are 3 cabs, or speakers. When you register it with the Bluetooth, why did I say register so weird? When you register it with the Bluetooth app, you get 3 more! And then none. So you can actually run it out DI and use your own impulse response in whatever impulse response loader software you desire. Let's go through what the built-in cabs are. Jensen 15-watt Alnico, stock Jensen P12R, 25-watt Celestion Greenback. We got the Marshall 412, very different for a Tweed, cool, with Celestion 30-watt speakers. Fender 412 basement cap with blue Jensen speakers, and a Fender 112 cap with orange JBL D120F. And now sounds. I am deliberately picking a guitar, thank you, Leslie, with vintage style and low output pickups. It is the type of guitar that you would have played back in the day when you were playing that amp in the 55. Even if I go in with P90s, it's pushing it to be bristly and fizzly. If you go in with a modern guitar with modern output, you're going to blow this up no matter what you got set up. So if you want vintage tones, make sure you're treating it like a vintage environment. This would be on. This is going to preset. When you want to click this again to go back to the manual setting, it doesn't do it. So this is actually just it's a bypass button for the preset, and that's a bypass button for manual. But of course, you can all set that up in the app. If you're asking yourself, what is this? This is a McMall S Classic. She's nice. There's already that woolly low end happening. So how are we starting here? By the way, this switch is only active or you only hear it when you have the boost in. So let's get the room all the way down. We're gonna have instrument volume. That sounds like a great platform for a pedal overdrive. Should we try it? Let's try it with the Golden Boy from Jackson Audio. So yes, it plays extremely well with pedals. Let's crank that up. So the difference to a more modern amp is when you really listen with headphones, there's this fuzzily, almost digital crackle fizzleness happening on top of the signal. That is how these amps were breaking up. They were never designed to break up. The breakup is literally, that fly is going to be annoying. Oh, it's a bee. You're good. The bee is humping my speaker now. Bee humper. Bee humper. Bee humper. I don't know. Songs. I don't know what's happening. This guy. They were breaking up because people were literally pushing them way too far. The speaker was never voiced to break up. So this is what you get. But it's a unique, not unique, it's a authentic vintage sound. Now the mic input. So if you want less breakup, use the mic input. Like it's extremely fizzly up there. Or is it the B? Does the bee actually think I'm a flower? I mean, I'm delicate like one and I freaking look like one too. That's nice breakup now. Let's right away bring in the room because this is the pièce de résistance. This is what makes it sound ridiculously good. doesn't sound like and feel like an actual amp in the next room, then I don't know what else. Let's boost it with the stock boost at first. Gonna go into that cork boost. Or the EP booster. All very alive, very you want to beat the shit out of the guitar, you want to rock. It's not pretty, it's real, it's alive, you want to write Stones songs with this. That's the kind of thing. It plays extremely well with the delay in front of it, even though usually delay in front of drive isn't perfect. You can use the 4-cable method to actually put the delay behind it. Watch my other video. You can. That is the Starlight, of course. It is very satisfying to play. I mean, oh, come on! Let's go into the speakers. For more brightness! For 12 Marshall. Definitely more for cleans because it's more fizzly. Not my favorite. Very hi-fi, and then of course it's off. Which sounds horrible, but you put your own speaker on there. I do like that first one. Yeah, you hold the thing down in the middle and you save a preset. What preset is there? I have no idea. Let's see. So, when you're using the 4-cable method, they're saying you can actually add 2 channels to your amp. So it's the amp channel, but then you switch these on, and then you've got 2 extra channels. It's not 2 extra channels. It is 2 variations of the same channel. Okay? But essentially, it's making your 1 preamp amplifier into a 3 sound amp, if it has an effect loop. But more on that in the Dream video. I guess that was the Woodrow and me. Magic. I didn't want to like it at first. It was too blown up. It was too fizzly. It was too uncontrollable. The trick to me was giving it this guitar, giving it a guitar with less output. The kind of guitar you would have played back in the day. With this thing right there, the Lynx from Shabbat, it was a little bit too much output. It was pushing it too quickly into that high-end fizzle. So if you're looking for classic sounds, make sure you're feeding it with a classic guitar. Sound-wise, this thing is fun. It's unbridled vintage appeal. It sounds, I think, as good as no other modeler I've ever played. And I'm going direct into the X4 here from Universal Audio. It's directly into the interface. It's a ridiculously good sound. No question about it. So the question is, who is it for? The market is weird for me. Who's buying this? The Tweed fan will have a Tweed. Now, can they play that at home and record it right? Probably not. Is the blues lawyer who has a Tweed the guy that wants to record it? Likely not. Are they going to buy this? Maybe. I'm thinking that the recording guy is probably not the Tweed fan. They exist. Just a very, very small percentage of players. And they can't make it for a very small percentage of players. They want to move units. Moon units. You'll get that if you're a Zappa fan. So it would be killer for the dentist / lawyer / finance guy who has good shit and easily drops €400, which is what this is, or $399, on a thing to play at his desk. Well, you can't power it with USB, so you can't just run a USB-C from your computer to power it. You have to have 9 volt, which makes the quickly throwing it on the desk thing difficult. There's no headphone out. It's a big oversight. The ACS1 and the Iridium from Walrus Audio and Strymon, respectively, have headphone outs, which make them more useful for that particular use. It has Bluetooth. Now, if they gave it a headphone out, a little tiny one on the side, you could feed Bluetooth audio from your phone and just noodle along with the beautiful Tom James from Elevated Jam Tracks and have a blast. I've done it with this pedal and I had a blast. But no headphone out, why even have Bluetooth audio? Which of course it doesn't. So no Bluetooth audio to the pedal. Why? It doesn't have a headphone out. And no headphone out. As I said in the other video, would be nice as the last pedal in your chain, if it's on your pedal board, powering your pedal board, all your pedals go into this, that's your amp. It would be very cool to have XLRs. On the side right here, it would be the last pedal, top left of your pedal board before you go into the PA, 2 XLRs. It would be super professional. However, the competition also does not have that. So I'm saying I'd like it, but I'm not faulting the pedal for not having it. At $400, you get 1 amp, you get a Tweed. You get the best Tweed replica, simulation, whatever, on the market, no question about it. The room, the cabs, the drive, it's all there. Who's buying it? I don't know. Because for the blues lawyer, for the desk, for the 20-minute jam in his break in the afternoon, it's missing headphone out, so you'd have to connect it to a whole thing or PA or mini interface or whatever. And that makes it a big hassle again. Would be so cool if this was like a standalone, put your headphones on, jam track, Bluetooth into it, 20 minutes, done. But no, for the recording artist, someone like me, putting it on the table. I mean, I got a shit ton of amps, absolutely. Don't have a Tweed. Now, I don't know if I could blow it up like this. I don't know if I could get those sounds if I had a real Tweed. So, it's actually really useful. For the recording musician traveling into a studio, having actually all 3 pedals in the gig bag is a good thing to have because those are classic amps that people want to record. For the rock guy, no. For the metal guy, no. This is all classic sounds, but classic sounds in perfection. That's all I'm going to say. Obviously, I was paid to make this video. I have to say that. But my opinions are my own and the sounds are nothing I can fake. Holy crap. Links below. Thanks, Universal Audio. And animals at the end.